Dang, I still can't get into the PATS. So there's no other issues, we just cannot program keys on this truck. So I'm trying the THINKTOOL immobilizer scanner. Let's try add a key. Insert a new key in ignition switch to on position. Press OK to continue. Please wait about 10 minutes. Let's see if this thing will kick us out or not. It's counting. All right, here we go. We're almost at the 10-minute mark. And ignition can be started. Ignition switch to off. Insert key. Okay, so we're in. Okay, so that one is programmed. Let's try another one. Let's try to start the engine. Nope. Well, what the heck? It almost worked. Scanner number 3, AUTEL MK808 STS. We'll wait 10 minutes, so each time you try something you gotta wait 10 minutes. That's kind of the killer. Well, it's successful in getting in. Security access granted. Okay. Let's try the parameter reset. Since, you know, we're replacing the BCM back to the original, you will need 2 keys. Yes. Okay. Turn ignition off and then on. Program additional ignition key. Okay. Key is already programmed. Okay. What about this one? Okay. Ah, security access denied. Woohoo! AUTEL for the win. So that was already programmed. I don't like the little oil light. Let's try this key. Sometimes you gotta jump through some hoops. First scanner didn't work, second scanner didn't work. AUTEL worked this time. Great. Let's see what the check engine light's all about. Diagnosis. PCM. Read codes. Okay, can we delete that? Okay. Check engine light is still on. Read codes. Nope, fault code detected. Why is it showing check engine light? Is it because of the oil pressure? Let me do a full code scan here. We'll see what's going on. Alright, so we have a TCM P0884 power input signal intermittent. Maybe that explains the check engine light. Let me erase that and restart the truck. Alright, so we finally got a clean bill of health here. Truck is running smoothly, running fine, but we have the genie lamp. What the heck? So where does this oil pressure warning come from? So sometimes the quickest thing to do is just locate it on a wiring diagram and see what it talks to. So oil pressure switch, diesel on oil filter bracket, single wire, and that goes to powertrain control module, EOP switch, and that talks on the cam to the cluster. So we'll go right into PCM and see what the input to this oil pressure switch is. I assume when it's grounded, the engine, well, I don't know. We'll see if it's open or closed or what the heck is going on. So data stream. I'll just type in oil. Low engine oil pressure switch. It says low. Let's go under the hood, try to find it, and see if we can make this say high. Okay, so I unplugged the oil pressure switch. It still says low. So now I want to measure the voltage on there, and if it's high voltage, pull it down. It's a pull down sensor. Alright, so there's the oil pressure sensor connector. 2 pins. So I just grabbed both of them, do a measurement up here, and on one pin we have 5 volts, and then on the second pin we have 20 millivolts. So the 5 volt wire and our scan data says low. So what if we just ground out that wire? It still says low. What the heck? I have to look at the service info. What's going on with this? It's at 5 volts, and that data pin is not changing. Ah, crap, I was messing with the oil temperature sensor. So the oil pressure sensor is on the opposite side of the filter housing, this one right here, and yep, there's your problem, dude. I'll have to get under there and resolder that and fix that up. Okay, so I got the connector off of the oil filter housing, and we're just going to, I extracted the pin, we're just going to solder on an extension. The weather pack is right here. Put that back in the connector and then solder this to the harness on the truck. That's going to be the most reliable, long-lasting repair in this case. Alright, we've got our soldering iron heated up. Now it's a little breezy outside, but electric soldering iron, battery powered, does not care. So let's heat this joint up. Alright, here we go. So you see the solder flowed over the joint and the copper. So let's stuff it back in here. Hopefully it fits. Sometimes the joint gets a little too fat and it doesn't want to. Oh, it clipped in. Beautiful. Alright, now we'll just strip off this side right here. Solder this onto the truck and we're done. Alright, there's our beautiful repair. Let's start the truck up. Make sure there are no more warning lights. Then we'll take it for a test drive. Let's see here. Yes, no more warnings. Amazing. Alright, let's take this bad boy for a spin. So I'm noticing this thing is really slow to build boost. If I floor it, look at that turbo boost gauge. It's like, eventually build some. I think it should be faster than that. Yeah, weak sauce. That was actually one of the other customer complaints. And it's kind of hard to stay on the road too, but I guess we'll see if the check engine light comes on. I mean, it might be normal. It's just a really heavy truck. So not bad. It drives pretty well. We'll scan it one more time for codes, but I think this thing is ready to go. Alright, after the test drive, let's scan this thing for codes one more time. We have one code in the PCM. Fuel trim, bank 1. So, let's save that in a report. Post repair. Just fuel trim bank 1. What does that even mean? I don't know. Let's look at some live data. I mean, this is not a classic gasoline engine with long and short term trims, I don't think. And I think the turbo was a little slow to spool up, but it pulled fine. It was smooth. I'll have to ask the customer if this problem has been ongoing. Let's type in fuel. Fuel balancing quantity. See, there's no real fuel trims. Let's see, trim. Nope. We can look up that code, but I think we'll leave it at that for now. So then the question of the day is, why was the BCM replaced to begin with? I talked to the owner of the towing company, and he has a lot of these trucks. He's like, I think the BCM was replaced 3 years ago for some dash lighting issue, and it was fine for 3 years, and then kind of a similar thing started happening a month ago, so then they replaced the BCM, and then all this crap started where it wouldn't shut off all the accessories. So obviously the brand new, or whatever, replacement BCM was junk. Couldn't even program it. So we put the original one back in. Truck runs fine, and that's it. Tell the customer and he'll probably just pick it up. So thanks a lot for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye. So a quick follow-up on the F550 PowerStroke flatbed. The customer picked it up about a month ago, and the initial customer complaint was resolved, never came back. So, you know, the truck starts and runs fine. The only problem is that sometimes it loses boost, and it's kind of slow to build boost, and that's been ongoing for a few years now. That truck doesn't have the original engine, and when they swapped the engine, they upgraded the turbo. So this is a cabin chassis, and they put in a turbo from a regular, you know, pickup, twin scroll or single, like the other type, for more power, but they didn't get more power, they just got worse fuel economy. So, you know, the turbo that came on the truck, everything is dialed into that, and if you just replace the turbo and don't reflash the PCM or, you know, remap it, it's not going to work very well. So, but with the BCM, I really don't know what to say. So, you know, I spoke to the driver of the truck and the owner of the company, and they're always kind of different stories. The main driver of the truck, he's like, yeah, the oil light started coming on a month ago, and then he said, you know, he had to kick the wires under the dash to, I think it would stall out once in a while, and it wouldn't crank. And that's why they replaced the BCM, but they put in a bad BCM that couldn't even be programmed, and then they got the parasitic draw, you know, accessory staying on problem. So, you know, it's understandable. A company or fleet truck like that, it's hard to get the chronological story before starting the diagnosis. So we basically reinstalled the original BCM, and that problem never came back. So I guess that's the way it goes sometimes. But appreciate everyone watching, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.